Okay, guys, we are back now with the Tomodachi game. Now, we're on episode 11, and I gotta say, given what we got from this episode, it's safe to say that we're gonna get this covered, well, not all the way towards like 30 chapters. You're probably gonna get covered like what, 25, 26, 27 chapters of Tomodachi game. So for those of you who have watched the first episode of the Tomodachi game, leading towards this, you're probably gonna get it covered at least 29 chapters. No, really, 29 chapters. I mean, for those who's reading it. Now, episode 11 did give us something to talk about. The ending of the game, the cliffhanger, and another cliffhanger with a little dosage of fan service. And our beloved MC, Yuichi, I like to say something. Yuichi, from the beginning of the game, he is without a doubt, and we can argue this any other day. He is the best male character of the spring. There's no question. We could debate this, we can make an argument of all the male characters that came out this spring. But Yuichi, given what we got from a little bit of his past and all the games that he's been playing back and forth and manipulating this game, this guy's like the two-face. He is the two-face of the Tomodachi game. And compared to him, it's like you're looking at a light Yagami. Or you're looking at a guy in Kataguri, Compulsive Gambler. Jinbei, Yumiko, yeah, the one with the long black hair girl. If you put him and her together, they could be the most unstoppable gamblers when it comes to games. I kid you not. Because they both have the one common trait, and that's brain twisting the hell out of y'all. And they don't give a shit. They'll sacrifice anything, and they get turned on by it. So if you watch Compulsive Gambler, and if you watch Tomodachi game, and let me add a little sprinkle to it, you add Danganronpa, you put all those things together, oh my god. Yuichi and Yumiko are a badass team. But let me just get right to it. Okay, but you guys get the point. So let's get right to it with the episode 11 review of the Tomodachi game. Okay, so let's get right to it. Everyone knows the conclusion of the game, which was obvious. Group C1. But before they even happened, it said viewers. The following show contains images that for your discretion is advised. You know what that means. So you know what that means. We're going to see some nudity or blood or gore, whatever we're going to get out of it, we're going to see it. Fair enough? Okay. And if y'all can't handle that, then don't handle Redo of Healer. By the way, Redo of Healer is a masterpiece. Go watch my show because I defend Redo of Healer. Anyway, the result is Group C1. Now, you got the leader, Kai, being the L of the group, saying like, oh, I stopped this team. I mean, we won. I found a hider. Yeah, you did, but at what cost? I mean, like, it's like, yeah, you won. You found Tenji, but you won the battle. You know the expression, you won the battle, but you lost the war. Okay. Yes, you won the battle of the hide and seek. You found Tenji. But they won the war because the captain pressed the give up button. You know that little button when they said, okay, here's the button. If you give up, press it. And in that moment, like when he pressed it, it's like, oh, why? And then we got a little flashback. Of how it all started. You see, Yuichi is playing the acting role of a gambler. Just like Kataguri, just like Compulsive Gambler series. He is playing the role of, hey, you know what? I gotta put on this acting face. I gotta do something to win this game. Okay, I got an idea. I'm gonna make the captain of the team, press that button. But how do I do that? Oh, I know. Act it out. I don't beat him. And then he goes on telling the person he tied up, he's like, hey, put him on the phone. If you don't, I'm going to beat him up. I'm going to punch him. You're bluffing. Oh, really? 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's taking these punches. But then it gets real serious when he broke the finger. And he brought up, oh, I heard about he making these shots. Okay. So if I break one of his fingers, what would happen? Okay. And in that moment, the moment he heard the sound of the moment that he heard the sound of the broken finger, he's like, I give up. I ain't pressing it. But then once we got that resolved, the president take no punches. And by taking no punches, he took a beating, unlike any other. But this is Yuichi we're talking about here. He could take punches. And trust me when I say this, the next episode, you're gonna see the worst out of him. But anyway, he took punches unlike any other. Like, he punched him. And as a result, he realized, wait a minute. He realized his friend ain't got a broken fingers. So he's like, are you telling me your fingers was broken the entire? You mean to tell me he broke his own fingers? Not you? See, that's the thing. He played him. Let's look at this. Logically. 1. He let Tenji starve for almost 2-3 days. 2 to 5 days. That's 1. 2. He pushed the admin off the cliff while they were running. And he knew from the beginning that's an admin. He knew that she was one of the admins. And then you sacrifice your own finger like that just to prove that his friend is broke his fingers and then not playing basketball anymore. You press the button. You know, I gotta say, Yuichi is one tough son of a bitch. No wonder he's top. No wonder he's like in the top 3s and the top 5 of every, like, in terms of male anime characters a week. This guy is doing things, taking, like, it's like he plans everything ahead. Even if the odds are slim, he always plans ahead. Again, like Yagami, same thing. Planning ahead, one step at a time. Just like Junbei from Kataguri or Mary. They always able to get ahead of things. They always got a plan, and they always use it just like that just to win. And that's what we got. And yeah, okay, he took a few punches down. I mean, we get that. And then leaving the guy being all arrogant like this. He just, I like how they just started with a spanking. Like, why they gotta spank him? Why they gotta spank him? I mean, like that. I mean, they're not brothers. They're childhood friends, But you know what I really like about that? Group K, the whole team, they like, we found the truth about why they in debt. And it's because of the captain and his restaurant, all those kind of things. But, it's not his fault that he put him in the debt. They all want to help him. That's why they in this Tomodachi game. Sorry. And as a result, it's like with Yuichi, he's still like, even though they beat Group K, the whole squad are still friends, regardless. Like, he brought them together. And that's saying something. Like, the tears were down, they were sad, but it's like the bond that they still have is still there. So that's why. Now here's where it gets interesting. It's been a week since it left. Yuichi and Tenji are out, and like all Tomodachi games, you can't reveal, and like Squid Game, you can't tell anybody what happened. Okay. Yuichi and Tenji, after weeks of playing 3 games, the coin, the stepping thing on the roof game, and hide and seek, they finally gotten to school. And just when you thought, what can go wrong? Okay, let's see. You got that big-breasted girl who I forgot, because she ain't, I'm not saying she's that important, but she's one of her friends, saying like, oh, Shibe been arrested. Oh my God, they bully him. So it got a little flashback of how everything happened with those 3. The other 3 players didn't attend. So, okay, so they went back to their normal school life. And then everybody looking at them saying like, wait a minute, what did you do with the money? Because it's not like you guys to be gone for a week and then lose the money like that. But how stupid is this school is for not teachers to even have a bank account, to even save up the money for it. I mean, like, yeah, but you gave it to the hands of these students, and now these people thinking, hey, it's your fault. You don't want it in cash and not like in a in a savings account, but instead of cash. And because of that, everybody is blaming them. And then when the word got out that Shibe's father got arrested, they all bullied him. And then they brought up everything. Because remember, in game 2, they revealed the secrets about his father. And he didn't know about it. How his father scanned the window, how he has harassed workers, sexual harassed workers, co-workers, all that stuff. And then once they revealed all the secrets about his father, Eugene, and then not only he was bullied because of that, but they rushed home, they rushed to his house because they found out that he killed his own father. And they got the proof where it's like, okay, he's handcuffed and his t-shirt and his shirt is covered in blood. So they're thinking, oh, he killed his own father. And I'm like, oh my God. And again, this is reminiscent of what Tenji experienced. Because remember, Tenji lost his father in the situation. Now, we ask us, now, it's pretty obvious. Who's the one person that's doing this? Who's the one person? It's like, with this Tomodachi game, it's like, it's brain fucked you. Like, you go from one way to another, but then you go from this way to this way. It's like going to a Fate series, and you're watching this Fate, but then you got to go to this Fate, but then you go to this Fate, but this Fate go this way, but this Fate go this way. Every Fate series has its own personal diagram, pentagon, or everything where you go, and that's what the Tomodachi game is. It's like it educates you in this psychological way, and you put all these question marks in your head until you realize what is going on, and all the puzzles there. Again, with Shibe incident, it's like there's something that's not right, and that's what it's going to lead to. But the thing is, looking at this episode, I don't think we're going to get to the 4th game, because the 4th game, I will spoil this. The 4th game does reveal of the next game that's gonna happen to him, but I don't think they're gonna show that. And just when things can't get any worse, Yuichi and Tenji got a phone call saying, hey, I got this girl hostage. Here's the photo. And they're like, okay, this is a special Tomodachi game. Now, mind you, they didn't say this is the 4th round. All this person on the phone said, this is a special Tomodachi game event. So it's like, you know how like in games where it's like round 1 or round 2, but then there's a bonus round? That's what this is. So yeah, so again, this is a special Tomodachi game. So it's a game of chance where it's like, okay, you go or don't go. What are your strengths and what are your weaknesses? And you know what? Yuichi, yo, guys, I like Yuichi so much that the next game will get me rolling. I kid you not. What he's gonna do in this next game might surprise you. Now, again, everybody likes the MC. I do too. This guy will make it happen. I mean, this is a guy that always plans ahead. So what we're gonna see next week is not only a little bit of fan service, which we got, but there's more things you gotta see. And I think if they cover the manga really well, if they follow the manga in a way that it's supposed to be, if it's gruesome, if they show some parts that's gotta show it, I'm telling you right now, oh my God, this is gonna kill it. It's gonna kill it. But let's hope. But anyway, this episode was really good. I mean, we got the results from Group C versus Group K, which was pretty obvious to all of us who was winning this game as all. But we got the results of how it happened, so that's a good thing. Also, we also got some like the return of the 3 friends who we haven't seen since game 2. So they gave us something to see what they've been going through over the course of the week that's been going on. And now we in this special Tomodachi game where we're gonna get a little bit of fan service if they go that deep. But who am I to say? Let's see what the Tomodachi game is gonna happen. And yeah, next week is the last episode, so I don't know how they're gonna do it, but we'll see how that goes. So stay tuned for the next week's episode of the Tomodachi game, and I'm sure you will.